Well, guys, that was an interesting turn of events. So I wake up super early. You know, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna prep my cars. I know my race. I was race 8. Like I know I'm race 8, so I'm gonna prep my cars. That'll give me enough time, go through my clutch belt bearings and everything. And that time lapse you saw was me breaking my car down. So I'm at the track with my coffee. It was a great morning so far. Oh, dang! I spilled all over myself. It was a good morning so far. You guys saw the time lapse of it. And during that time I was breaking my car down, someone walks up and says, "You're the next race." So what are you talking about? I'm the next race. I said, I'm race 8. They just started. They started at 7:30. And I was the next race. Apparently they ran races 1 through 6. They ran races 1 through 6 the night before. So I had to freaking run and gun. So there I am with my car broken down all the way. My battery's not charged. I just have to throw it together. Let this be a lesson, guys. Make sure you find out if they ran a lot of times at these humongous races to make sure that they get done a decent time on Sunday. They'll run some of the lower main, some of the early races for Sunday on Saturday night. So, all right, kids behind the camera looking at me strange. It's all good. So, hold on. So yeah, I threw my car together real quick at the end. But yeah, the lesson is make sure they don't run mains on Saturday, because they'll sometimes run mains on qualifying day to make sure we get out early on Sunday, and that's what they did. And I didn't catch that, so I ran my main last minute. I literally threw my engine in my car, like as everyone was warming up. It was brutal. But I started 9th in that main. That was the C main, which if you see this crowd, that C main is actually pretty respectable, especially since I didn't finish my first qualifier. My second qualifier sucked. And my car started finally feeling better on my third qualifier, but I had the wrong tires. Ran the wrong compound. It was really soft. I needed a really soft tire. So, given that situation, I'm actually pretty happy I was in the C, and I was 2 seconds away from the bump. I was in striking distance of first through third. They take top 3 to bump. I was in striking distance to first and third almost the entire race. And I just waited too long to strike. I had 2 seconds. I made an aggressive move at the end on the last jump, and I wadded it up. So, but I'm happy. Like I ended up 4th in the C. I started 9th in the C, and that was all not knowing that my race was coming. So, not bad. All right, so we got to talk about something. We got to talk about content, because man, my channel's growing. Big shout out to everybody. Thanks for subscribing to the channel, but it's growing. And the haters are just coming out of the woodworks. So a lot of you guys are probably watching this video looking for like footage of the actual race. The thing about footage of the race is there's a million people doing footage of the race. When I say a million, not really a million, maybe like 2 or 3. But Corey Drackenberg, he does all the Come Drive With Us videos. He did the Southern Nats video before. So if you ever want to see what the Southern Nats is like, you can Google that, and there's a lot of videos where they actually take footage of the actual race. You can go to Live RC also and check out the actual races. So I try to tailor my vlog at races is more of kind of like a personal level experience at these races, like what I did going up to the race. Like you never see what happens and what goes into actually prepping for these gigantic races. There's my food. Thank you, ma'am. Oh, it looks great. Thank you.
Anything else?
I have a little more coffee. Thanks. So, yeah, I tried to do it at that point. So you guys saw me obviously packing, finding someone to ride with, kind of just the whole prep for the race, which I didn't do any race prep because I just didn't do any race prep, but just getting to the race, getting to the hotel, seeing the camaraderie in the pits, things like that. I mean, that's what I kind of want to show you guys. But, so, anyway, so what I did with my car, so I got here, my car was pushing like a dump truck. And when I say my car, I ran short course. I never do anything in my short course. My short course is always perfect. So I didn't even practice short course. I ended up qualifying 3rd. I was 2nd after the second qualifier. I ended up 3rd after the 3rd qualifier. Made a couple of mistakes. Anyways, back to nitro buggy. So what I did with my nitro buggy, when I first got out there, my car was pushing like a dump truck. So I knew, at first I thought it was just tires. So on practice day I only ran 2 tanks. I thought it was just tires. So I ended up just throwing new tires on there. for the first qualifier and be like, all right, this should be fine. So it wasn't just tires. First qualifier was kind of brutal. Sorry, I'm hungry, guys. And I had to make changes. So the very first qualifier, tires sucked. Car was pushing like crazy. Went over a jump. Ended up popping off my steering linkage, which is a big problem because I knew I was supposed to fix that and I didn't. Like, I had the parts to fix it. They're actually sitting on my workbench at home. I never put them on my nitro buggy. It's been a long time, almost 6 months since I ran nitro buggy, so I didn't get to do that. And then, so there I was. First qualifier down, out. So I knew I had to break the rear end of my car loose because it was not rotating. So one of the things that the Agama team manager told me to do, Billy Talaska, he was telling me to go down to my center diff. That way I could pull my car around the corners a little more. I know I was supposed to do that, so I went ahead and did that. I changed my center diff. I went from 5,000 diff oil in the front to 3,000, or 5,000 diff oil in the middle to 3,000 diff oil in the middle. And then, apparently the last time I ran my nitro buggy, I was on a track that was really loose because my rear turnbuckles were extended all the way. So I shortened my rear turnbuckles. And what that did was kind of breaks the back end of the car around. And I also took some droop out of the rear, hoping to get a little bit more off-power steering. Well, second qualifier comes around, and it did exactly what I thought it was going to do. It was a steering machine, like steer like crazy. So then I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to back it out a little bit. So I backed it out a little bit. I put my droop back to where it was supposed to be. And what else did I do? I did something else. Oh yeah, I added some anti-squat and then a little bit more toe in the rear because it was just way too loose. So after that, I ran my third qualifier, which is my best qualifier. I'm good, thank you. I ran my third qualifier, which is my best qualifier, and it wasn't bad. I guess I had the wrong compound tire. That's the only thing I can think of. It was like super loamy, not loamy, but there was a lot of dust on top. Barely had any traction. So I felt like, and it was a little bit cooler. I felt like I could have gone a little bit softer on tires. So my last qualifier wasn't great either. So there goes my 3 qualifiers. But my car is better than ever. And this morning, when I ran, it was almost perfect. So I ran good. I just, I didn't have enough time. I always get hacked in like the first 2 corners of the race, which I did. I started 9th, and then I was dead last after the first 2 corners. Because I'm a really passive driver. I'm not really super aggressive, so I'm usually the guy that gets hit. Alright, so I got 3 more races left, the AAA mains and short course. And I always make this mistake, and I try to run my tires from qualifying because I don't think it will matter, but I'm not going to make a mistake this time because I'm mounting brand new tires. So I got to mount tires, and then it's main time, and I got to pit for this freaking knucklehead the whole time. Yeah, they can't see you. There he is. Wait. There he is. So I'm not going to bore you with any more details of my race. I'm going to close this video out, and I'll get footage of the track at different angles. I might walk around and kind of interview some of the pros just to see what's going on. I may or may not do that. On main day, it's kind of crazy, so I don't want to like bug everyone all the time. So. But thanks for watching, guys. I guess I'll go and close it. Like, subscribe, and you guys will see me next time. I don't know when you guys will see me again, but it'll be soon enough. All right, later, guys. Vlog life with Mr. Joe Bornhorst.
What's up?
Joe, tire of choice this weekend.
Pretty much go on ProLite's website, start at M4, end up at triple silver, and we ran everything.
Really? Mr. Tyler Hooks, what tire are you running in the buggy main?
Probably X3 slide lock.
X3 slide locks. I didn't try that.
Doug's over here trying to stab himself with a screwdriver.
Mr. Ryan Lutz, what tires are you running this weekend?
Okay.
What kind of tire, dude?
Super soft long wear, grids, impacts, catapults.
Oh, so you've been able to cut everything?
Yeah, they all work.
What do you run in the main?
Super soft long wear, grids, catapults, impacts, double downs.
Dang it. This is coming out after the race, so you're okay.
Well, I'll tell you after the race when I actually ran.
Okay.
I'll know then.
All right. There's Mr. TQ himself.
Well,
What tires you run in the main, bud?
I think if I can find some, I'm gonna do some R2 reflex, but only if I can find some.
What's that, long wear reflex?
Yeah.
Only if you can find some.
Yeah, we don't have any.
You should be able to find some, though.
I know. Hopefully I can get lucky.
Mr. Victor Guerrero,
Sir.
what tire do you run in the main? You like how I use past tense? I just dropped you like that, dude.
S3 slide locks.
S3 slide locks?
Yeah.
You didn't run those right there?
Yeah, these are them. Slide locks.
S3 slide locks. Those are nice, dude. Pro line, of course. Pro line.
Yeah, best tire on the market.
Best tire on the market. It's Mr. Adam Drake.
What's that?
What tires you run in the main? Buggy main.
Pro line.
Pro line what?
Pro line. S3 slide lock or S3 fugitive. I'm gonna try them both with one.
Nice. What'd you run in qualifying?
I ran buckshot S3 in round 1, full shot S3 in round 2, and slide lock S3 in round 2.
Got you. Something different. Slide lock you like the best?
Slide lock is my favorite.
Nice. Thank you, sir. Congratulations on making the A. Mr. Mark Morrow.
Yo,
What tires you run in the main, bud?
green reflexes.
Green reflexes?
Yeah.
What do those look like?
We ran blues yesterday, and I was saucing them. That was a mistake. Too much traction,
Uh-huh.
and it made the car too
Saucing
tight.
them, huh?
Yeah, it made it too tight. So now the dust came up. Going back to greens.
Did you TQ over 40?
No, I'm third.
Who got it in over 40? Billy?
Drew Spurgeon. Billy's in the B.
Really?
Gama's in the B.
Hey, easy with that.
Elite.
Yep, Nike Elite. Mr. Brian Rohde. What tires do you run in the main, bud?
Green reflexes.
Green reflexes.
E-buggy. We'll decide later on what we'll put on the nitro buggy.
What is that?
Wicked Dick Racing. You like that? Shout out to Self Designs Mike D for the.
All right, there we go.
Behind that.
There we go with the plugs. I like that. Austin Bauer, sir. What'd you run in the main?
What I run?
What tire, dude?
Double down.
Double down. Really?
Sure.
Did you bump it in the hang? You did, right?
Turbo.
Servo? All right, fine. We'll ask Shane Barrier. Shane, what tires do you run in the main?
S3 Fugitives.
S3 Fugitive. There you go. That seems like a pretty standard tire that people run in the main.